Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154. I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh man.
You go to you'll fight Gervonta at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. And everybody in the crew, I mean, with him.
Same question for you. Proud father.
Today we are diving into a world where money, ego, and legacy collide in the boxing arena. Crawford immediately addresses Tank Davis's "needs the money" comment, making it clear that this isn't about cash, it's about respect, skill, and principle. His tone is sharp, unfiltered, and commanding. You can feel the tension rise as Crawford frames the conversation. Every fighter chases a paycheck, but not every fighter commands attention with credibility. From the first word, you know this is more than a casual interview, it's a prelude to drama. The suspense is set, and the stakes are high from the very beginning.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in, like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth shit. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like?
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. I don't like.
Just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. No, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's, using what he got to shield him. Like, he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
He definitely got skills. He got power. He got tremendous boxing ability. But like his core personality and his ways,
Crawford wastes no time calling out Tank Davis, cutting through the public hype to focus on his personality and approach. He respects Tank as a fighter but doesn't hold back on his arrogance and demeanor. Each word lands like a measured punch, raising the tension for viewers. Crawford highlights the contrast between reputation and reality, forcing fans to question who truly deserves respect. It's more than rivalry, it's a wake-up call. The suspense intensifies because Crawford's critique is honest, sharp, and public, signaling that Tank can't hide behind social media hype or flashy wins. Every line sets up a simmering showdown that feels inevitable.
You said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, the last fight you want to go out on. Like, who do you have anybody in mind?
I'm saying, no, I don't have her name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight.
You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I'm not going to tell you.
Is it Lomachenko?
Who?
Somebody asked Lomachenko.
No.
All right.
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Who?
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Stephen Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
He's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's not even worth it. Anyway, I'm gotta fight somewhere else and prove himself and then, like, feel me? You know how they got UFC and like the underground shit? You gotta fight on the underground shit and then get back.
You gotta go to the G League.
You have idea?
Crawford turns the heat up, exposing the hypocrisy of fighters avoiding real challenges. He questions the legitimacy of Tank's victories while calling out the overhype around his image. Suspense grows as fans realize this isn't casual banter, it's a critique of the sport itself. Crawford's blunt observations make viewers consider who is truly facing tough opposition. The tension escalates because the elite fighters are now under scrutiny, and Crawford is unafraid to name the issues others won't. Every sentence forces the audience to re-examine reputations, making it clear that nothing is off-limits when skill meets accountability.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes, and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Crawford examines Tank's fight with Lamont Roach in detail, breaking down moments of overconfidence, unusual referee calls, and procedural anomalies. The suspense rises as viewers realize that Tank's dominance may have been more fragile than assumed. Crawford's precise breakdown exposes both flaws and near misses, turning what seemed like a routine fight recap into an intense revelation. He paints a picture of a fighter almost undone by arrogance, showing the fine line between victory and disaster. Every detail builds tension, making it impossible to look away from the unfolding critique. Fans are now questioning not just outcomes, but fairness and preparation in high-stakes boxing.
You can help me out on this. This last fight, Roach and Gervonta. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Man.
I mean, you can't take a knee. That's a knockdown. Because I saw Floyd break his hand, hit the guy, and took a knee, and they gave Floyd an 8 count. So I'm trying to figure out how Gervonta avoided that, and then I'm trying to figure out how he got his guy come up to the top of the ring and wipe grease out his eyes. They do that now, bud.
I guess that's part of the new, you know what I mean, boxing era.
When you saw that, tell me when you saw this, you saw him take a knee.
Crawford's focus shifts to a controversial knockdown that should have been official. Suspense explodes because this moment could have changed the fight's entire trajectory. He questions how the referee allowed it to slide, spotlighting rules inconsistencies. The audience begins to grasp the broader implications. Are wins truly earned, or are they sometimes orchestrated? Crawford's sharp commentary blends technical insight with investigative flair, leaving viewers on edge and eager for clarity. Every sentence reinforces that boxing is as much about regulation as skill.
And then you see he go to the apron and this guy come up to the top of the ring. Well, he's like, hold on, what's going on?
I'm just as confused as you. I said, huh? I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And Steve Willis is a great referee.
He is.
And he started counting, then stopped it. Like they said, hey, you better stop counting. Oh.
Wow.
Hey, don't do that again.
Crawford critiques the referee's actions, hinting at possible backstage influence and inconsistent rule enforcement. Suspense intensifies as viewers realize the stakes of governance and control in the sport. Crawford isn't holding back, he's questioning authority and exposing flaws in the system. Fans feel the tension because every misjudgment could shift records, reputations, and legacies. His credibility and fearlessness make this moment feel monumental, transforming fight commentary into an ethical examination. The narrative now carries both drama and a call for accountability, keeping viewers riveted.
Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinsky scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Crawford emphasizes the stark difference between amateur familiarity and professional rigor. Fighters may know each other inside out, but the pro arena demands strategy, risk, and skill beyond childhood rivalries. Suspense builds as viewers realize overconfidence or past familiarity can be deadly. Crawford's insights highlight how respect, preparation, and tactical intelligence define champions. The audience is drawn into the psychological and strategic layers of professional boxing. Every word underlines that history, friendship, or prior wins don't guarantee victory at the top level. Crawford directly challenges Tank, exposing his potential distractions and over-reliance on hype. The suspense spikes as viewers sense that one fighter is chasing legacy while the other is chasing image. Crawford's fearlessness turns every line into a challenge fans can feel, forcing Tank's credibility into the spotlight. The energy is electric, you can almost see the tension build in the room, and viewers can anticipate whether Tank will meet it. Crawford positions himself as the hunter, not the hunted, and the next clash feels inevitable. Every word tightens the narrative like a drumbeat toward confrontation.
Not a knock there. Tank Davis was just exposed, man. What is going on in the sport of boxing, man? KDB Sports and Entertainment.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about.
Crawford doesn't hold back, naming the lightweight elite and calling out the politics keeping dream matchups from happening. Suspense skyrockets as viewers realize these top fighters are dodging each other despite shared skill levels. Crawford's blunt, no-nonsense delivery exposes the real drama behind the scenes, ego, strategy, and power dynamics. Fans feel the tension and anticipation of potential clashes that should have happened years ago. The stakes are high, and Crawford's statements make it clear that boxing's biggest stories are often fought in boardrooms, not just in the ring.
It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision or if I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
That night, I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch...
Crawford drops a powerful statement. He won't be the only one carrying a loss if others avoid real fights. Suspense builds as viewers sense that maintaining an undefeated record is not just about skill, it's about choices. Crawford frames accountability as the ultimate test of a true champion, making the contrast between him and evasive fighters undeniable. Every word underscores a core principle: greatness is measured in confrontation, not just PR victories. The tension is palpable because fans are left wondering if Tank will rise or retreat from a real challenge.
Face. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hand, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He hard.
Crawford dives into weight management and rehydration clauses, revealing hidden ways fighters manipulate conditions. Suspense builds because viewers realize these rules can make or break outcomes, affecting even champions. Crawford shows that raw talent alone isn't enough. Strategy, planning, and physical advantages matter. His insight exposes the sport's intricacies and teases viewers about the calculated chess game behind each fight. This is both analysis and warning. The sport has layers Tank might be playing cautiously with.
Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach always, he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, oh, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
The lightweight division is overcrowded, and Crawford doesn't hold back on calling out the lack of real matchups. Suspense builds because strategic avoidance overshadows action. Crawford reminds fans that money, timing, and ego shape who actually fights. His blunt observations elevate tension. Elite fighters sit idle while opportunity and legacy hang in the balance. Viewers are drawn into the drama of deferred fights, making every postponed clash feel like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode in the spotlight.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Crawford intensifies his challenge, exposing the contrast between legacy-driven competition and exhibition hype. Suspense surges because viewers see the stakes. Tank may be chasing image over real competition. Crawford's audacity sets the stage for an inevitable showdown. The energy is palpable as he calls Tank out in a way that commands attention. Every line teases viewers with anticipation, hinting that this rivalry isn't just personal, it's a defining moment for the lightweight division.
Should fight, you know.
I mean, you got Lopez, Teofimo, you got Lomachenko, you got Shakur, you got Tank, you got Garcia. You got 5 guys. That's a nice little.
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney, yeah. You got 6 guys. Don't nobody want to fight nobody?
I don't know. I think they all should, you know, be fighting each other.
Well, so what we got going on?
Politics.
Bro, if Shakur and Haney and Tank, if all of them leave, if they retire with undefeated records, that's some bullshit. That's some straight up, and you know it too, bud. Ain't no way those guys should have undefeated records. If they're out in their prime and they damn near in the same, no, ain't no way.
Crawford compares emerging fighters like Shakur to Tank, hinting at generational shifts. Suspense builds as fans realize current stars aren't untouchable. Crawford blends technical insight with observations on youth and talent, creating tension about who will dominate next. Every word challenges the hierarchy and teases potential upsets. Viewers are left analyzing past performance and projecting future clashes, making the narrative richer and more suspenseful.
Ryan Garcia and Tank, they talk about they might fight again, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot made about this rehydration clause. You don't have that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think you have this in this one. So theoretically, he's supposed to come in at 168. Night of the fight, he might be 180, 185. You cool with that? I had sat down with Oscar, and Oscar said he think the rehydration clause had a lot to do with why Ryan didn't defeat Gervonta. What do you think?
I think two things. I'm gonna say three things. I think Ryan had an injury already previous in training. I think the way he did have an effect on him, because when you see him with Devin, he was totally different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Fighters.
Crawford reminds us all that top fighters have known each other since their amateur days. Suspense rises because familiarity can create avoidance. The best may hesitate knowing their opponent's strengths. Fans begin questioning why these rivalries never occur in the ring. Crawford's insight exposes strategic hesitation and adds psychological tension. Every sentence underscores the stakes of shared history versus professional ambition, leaving viewers on edge for the inevitable matchups that could finally materialize.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
No, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining the catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
Crawford defines a true champion, fearless, uncompromising, and seeking the toughest challenges. Suspense builds because he contrasts himself with fighters dodging danger, highlighting the gap between reputation and action. Fans feel the intensity as Crawford positions himself as the benchmark of courage, skill, and integrity. Each statement reinforces accountability and legacy, keeping viewers riveted. The anticipation of real confrontation hangs heavy in the air.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Crawford discusses fighter size, strategy, and risk, weighing smaller versus bigger opponents. Suspense peaks as he exposes how preparation and courage determine success. Viewers are drawn into tactical calculations behind every fight, feeling the tension of possible upsets and mismatches. Crawford frames himself as ready for any challenge, creating drama and highlighting the stakes. Each line builds intrigue and primes the audience for confrontation.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him. Who that? The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit winning.
Crawford delivers the ultimate callout, putting Tank on notice while framing a real test of skill and courage. Suspense explodes as fans sense a showdown is imminent. The energy is electric, and viewers are invited to engage, comment, like, and share predictions. Smash that like button, drop your thoughts. Crawford versus Tank, who takes it? Subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll break down every jab, every scandal, and every headline in the next video.